Have you ever dreamt about just getting away from it all? You know, ditching the old 9 to 5 and heading out on a life of adventure and exploration, just seeing everything that the world has to offer? Well, if so, then you're one of us, and I've got something very special to share with you guys. This is the introduction to Vanland's new van build series, where we're going to build the ultimate go anywhere, live anywhere van, and we're going to take you guys along for the ride. So from start to finish, we're going to show you everything it takes to build the ultimate expedition home on wheels. And just to be clear, this is not going to be your typical van build. This van has a very specific purpose. So from the highest mountains to the most remote deserts, this van has to take us there. But it also has to take us in a way that we can be connected and comfortable. So in this series, we're gonna cover it all, everything from choosing the perfect base vehicle, adding our off-grid power system, water filtration, a truly functional kitchen, and the perfect bed. We're also gonna show you all the accessories that you'll wanna take along to make this a trip of a lifetime. So if this sounds like something that you would wanna do, then buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to build the van of your dreams. I think it's important to share with you guys the very beginning and the concept, to understand where this project has come from, why I think many of you have the desire to build your own perfect van just like I do. It starts long before you're actually in the van and traveling. Since I sold my last personal van, which is about 9 months ago, I've been dreaming about this project. I'm fortunate in that I do always have vans around me, so I'm traveling in a company van today. This isn't my personal van. It's not designed for exactly what I want to do. It doesn't have all my things in it. And so that's what we're going to do, is build what I would consider to be my perfect van based on my lifestyle. And I want to share this with you guys because I know there are a lot of you out there that are also dreaming about the same lifestyle. And first of all, I can tell you that it's totally worth it. Your dreams are not pipe dreams, or they're not illusions, or some sort of candy-coated Instagram non-reality. If you do actually get yourself into a van that fits you and works for you well, it is absolutely the best way to travel. All of my weekend trips are in a van. All of my week-long trips are in a van. It seems like whenever my wife and I go to travel, we'll fly somewhere, we'll rent a van. It's just that this particular way of traveling fits our lifestyle so well that it's really the only way we want to go anymore. Having your own kind of adventure vehicle, home on wheels, everything you need is within your little capsule. It's warm, it's dry, it has your clothes, it has your food, it has a place to sleep, has a way to clean up, and this just gives you the freedom to travel without a schedule, and that's the difference. There's really no other way that you can do this except, you know, maybe I imagine that traveling on a sailboat around the world or even along a certain part of a country is a similar vibe where you just go at your own pace, you have everything with you, you do check in and out of places, but it's on your own time. And so I have dreams to go a lot more places than I've been. And I need the right vehicle to do it. So that's what this project is all about. I'm gonna conceive of, and based on everything I know and all my travels and all the vans that I've been in and all the ones that we've worked on and all the products that are available, I'm going to design my perfect van to do what I want to do. And I want to share it with you guys because I think there are a lot of you who will want to do the same thing. So there are 2 trips that I have in my mind that are really inspiring the design of this van. And I want to share them with you because, well, first of all, you may be dreaming of the same trip, but also because I think it will help you guys understand my decision-making process and why we choose to do some of the things the way that we do them, maybe a little bit non-conventionally. So the two trips that I have in mind are, number one, Alaska. I want to load up the van and drive up the coast from California, probably put the van on a ferry in Washington and ride with it on the boat up to Alaska, and then go sightseeing and ultimately drive all the way back to California through Alaska and Canada. So I've spent a fair amount of time in Alaska and the west coast of Canada, and I really love those areas, and I know a little bit about them, but I've yet to see the vast majority of Alaska. So I just feel like a van is the perfect way to see it. You know, it's a really remote and rugged place where there are not a lot of amenities and it's not well developed. So the idea that you can have everything with you, all of your amenities on board, means that you can go to these amazing, beautiful, rugged places and just be there and not have to rush around from one place to another, and basically travel on your own schedule in one of the most beautiful places that I've ever seen. So trip number two, and this is going to be a longer trip for sure. As a matter of fact, I don't want to do this trip unless I have at least a year to do it. But that is a trip around Europe. So the idea would be that we build the van, test it out, do some trips in it, and ultimately, when we do have the time, put the van on another boat, send it to Europe, and drive around. You know, start in Portugal, drive through Spain, all around the northern countries in Scandinavia, up to the top of Norway, back down through Switzerland, Italy, and Croatia, and Greece. This to me is like the ultimate van trip. And I know that there are a lot of challenges that go along with this type of trip. As opposed to driving to Alaska, you can pretty much just drive there and it's relatively simple. The idea of taking a van to Europe is going to involve a lot of paperwork and visas and travel arrangements and things that honestly are not my favorite thing to do. But if you have the time to do it, certainly be worth it, and I understand that's just part of the deal. So as we go through the design of this van, I'm going to be having those two trips in mind. And as I mentioned, you know, these are both longer trips. I think Alaska would at least be a month. Europe would be a year. So right off the bat, the van has to be livable long term. So I won't be living in the van per se, but traveling in a van for up to a year is sort of like living in a van. So that's basically one of the most important things. Key critical design element is that it has to be comfortable for the long term.
Join us in the next video as we go over the must-haves for my new van. And if you're enjoying the journey, don't forget to subscribe because we got so much more to share with you guys.